Hey everybody, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog set, Shadow the Hedgehog's Escape. This is set number 76995 and it comes with 196 pieces and is recommended for ages 8 and up. We're going to start this review by taking a look at the Shadow the Hedgehog minifigure. And I think LEGO did a really good job with him. He's got some chest printing there. He's also got some pretty solid printing on his legs and feet, as well as dual molded legs. As we take Shadow and turn him to the side here, you can also see he has some printing there on his arms. As we spin Shadow all the way around to the back, you can also see he has some printing there for quills in his tail. I also want to point out the red printing on the back of his quills. I think that looks really good and really nice. And overall, I think this is a really solid Shadow the Hedgehog minifigure. Shadow is also a really popular character with Sonic fans, so I think overall, people should be relatively happy with how this minifigure looks. This set also comes with a brick-built Badnik enemy, Rhinobot, which I think is a relatively solid build for what it's trying to represent. I do wish it had a little bit of printed detail here on the sides, as I feel it's a little bit too plain. But I do like his inclusion because it's a brand new Badnik enemy we've never gotten in any other LEGO Sonic sets. Rhinobot also has an open space on the top of his back here, and that is so you can put the Clucky companion that comes in the set in the back of Rhinobot. You have to defeat Rhinobot to free him. Here's a quick look at the Clucky that comes in this set, and I do like how LEGO includes these animals because they were a big part of the early Sonic the Hedgehog video games. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Shadow the Hedgehog's motorcycle, which I think is a really good build, and I think the black and red design is going to complement Shadow very well. The only thing that I don't really care for about this build are the printed pieces on the motorcycle. While I do like the overall detail they bring to the build, because the prints are exactly the same, when you look at the bike from this side, they are flipped around. I think it can look a little weird when you're looking at the bike from that side, and it breaks up the overall symmetry of the build. And I don't think it would have been too hard for LEGO to fix this. Other than that small little complaint, I do like the bike overall. And as you can see, Shadow the Hedgehog fits very nicely onto the bike, and I think he looks really cool when he's on it. The last thing I want to mention about the motorcycle, and it probably comes as no surprise, is it is able to be rolled around. The other thing that is included in this set is a small little lab build. And I really like the design of this. I think the brick-built Dr. Eggman head right there on top is a nice addition to this build. As you can see, Shadow the Hedgehog fits nicely inside the lab, and the red and white barrier here can be lifted up and it can also be pushed down. The play feature for this build is you take this yellow and black piece here and you push it down, causing the lab to break. This of course allows Shadow to make his escape. I also want to show off this really nice printed piece inside the lab. It depicts some kind of schematic of Shadow. I think it's a really nice detailed printed piece, and I think it makes a good addition to this build. This set retails for $20, and personally, I think it's worth the price. I do like Shadow the Hedgehog and his motorcycle, and while I do like the Rhinobot enemy, I wish it had a little bit more detail, and I think the lab is also a relatively solid build. Thank you so much for watching my review, and consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel for more brick-built content and reviews.